The Ravens Flock presents Theblackfiles, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squad, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a fan or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of Theblackfiles.
All right, we live again.
Welcome, everybody. Yes, indeed, the final episode of the Blackfiles to wrap up the month of August. Just the final episode of the month, for context, not the final episode. Period.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, are you canceling me? Are you literally canceling me, Jose?
We got hit with a lawsuit by another Raven. I'm sorry.
How dare they? These blasted birds. This is all your fault.
The actual bird lawyers got their bird lawsuits.
Oh my god. Folks, welcome to the Black Files. I am your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team, the guy holding the techie wizardry together. And I'm joined tonight with the usual suspects. Let's go ahead and say hello first to the man right over here to my left, the host of Los Amigos Play, the man with a million apologies. Yeah, right. A million opinions and zero apologies. There we go. I was about to freaking say, no, I don't need no sycophant. The living end of the Ravens Flock, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to join us today. It is a joy and pleasure to once again have your company, your ears and eyes, and I hope that you have some fun, just like we hope we have some fun. Summer may be over, but the pain will never end.
How did that song go, Jose? Summer dreams ripped at the seams, but
yeah, that song.
Those summer nights. And of course, joining me here is the man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the man with the plan, the big bald bastard, the host of Wrestle Rewind and executive producer of this channel. Folks, give it up for Mr. Jose Kessler Buna!
Okay, so I gotta say this right now, Juancho. I don't mean to be that guy, but maybe you should not introduce me like that, because whenever you do, your audio cuts out from the mic.
I like it. It makes it look like he's screaming from the back of an auditorium.
Ha! Love it. Can't help
fair enough, but the folks watching won't be able to hear you.
Oh no, the folks heard me just fine, by the way. They can hear me just fine. It just cuts out when I'm talking through you in the Zoom call. Folks,
okay, fair enough.
Go ahead and get our usual business out taken care of.
Yes, I'll take care of this. First of all, hello everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. For those of us in Florida, I hope you guys enjoyed this piss poor storm that just passed by us.
What an excuse for a hurricane.
We got lucky, but the folks over in the Panhandle, they did not. So relax.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Not all Florida citizens. I'm sorry. But all right. Well, that being said, just like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we have in our chat, and I know we've got plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis. You'll also get to show that off in order to make folks know that you support the Ravens Flock. You believe in our mission, which is to bring the voice of the folks of nerd and pop culture out from the ravelry and shove it down people's throats so that they know not to screw with our horses. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store. Link in the description below. We've got brand new designs coming out soon, courtesy of Jose. He's got some stuff for our fall lineup coming up very soon. And you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. I want to say hello. First off, I believe we saw Lisa Boog celebrating having been an inner flocker for 5 months. Hell yeah! Love you too, random citizen. You also, of course, have Nikki Bella and Kuristi Rando Sama holding it down for our mod squad. We're totally safe from Idalia. We've got Carrie G, Mr. Geek, Carrie C, Mr. Geek Me Out, The Struggler. Let's see here. I saw Lisa Boo. Who else? Will Morris is in the chat. Hey up, Will Morris, the hardest working mod in all of YouTube. Much props to you that.
Thank you.
And Matthew Coburn's in the chat as well. Hey up, Matthew. Welcome to the Blackfiles. And normally I would be wearing my CM Punk wear in honor of the programming, but I literally forgot to put on my CM Punk wear. But
wait, don't you have your?
Oh shit!
Wait,
and we got Rabbi Jane in the kick stream saying hi. What's up, Jane? What's up, Jane? Much love to you, sister. She's throwing up. Oh my god, I think that's her own emojis, and she's doing. It's a little gif of a booty being spanked. Holy shit, Jane.
Okay. We just got started. Let's chill, all right?
This is now a PG-13 stream.
Jesus. All right, anyhow.
It is heavily implied that there's going to be adult situations and mature content not suitable for young viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, Wancho, hang on a minute. You own 2 CM Punk shirts. Why don't you wear it? Don't you have the other?
I forgot to wear my CM Punk shirt. Should I go change out? Am I a heretic?
No. Let's not. No. Let's not waste any time. We already got into bullshit with each other.
And Kuristi Randall-sama, our mod squatter over here, she's celebrating having become an inner flocker for 1 year, 12 months. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes!
Congratulations. And thank you so much.
Kuristi. She's saying 365 days of being an inner flocker. What? Much love for you guys. May there be more years to come. Hell yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that Kuristi is going to hit the first one to become a golden flocker. So that's going to be awesome.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, no, for real. And oh shit, thank you so much for that, Jane. I appreciate it. She just gifted 1 subscription to the community. To Aaron Cooper in the chat. Thank you for that, Jane. Much love to you there. You're awesome. You're a freaking badass. Let's get this party started over here. In case you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, we got to talk about some madness happening in the world of in the world of professional wrestling over here tonight, and we're talking about the historic All Elite Wrestling pay-per-view event that happened this past Saturday or Sunday, was it?
Sunday, August 27th.
Sunday, August 27th. There we go. Thank you for that, Jose. My brain got scrambled a little bit. I'm on new brain pills. They help me think less crazy. So I'm good. So I'm totally expecting this. But yeah, I'm literally as incredible as this is. There was the pay-per-view event was held at Wembley Stadium in London, England. And Jose, what's the official paid attendance count for this All In event?
Over 81,000 people who paid for their attendance. Apparently, 90. That is very incredible. They were just 9,000 away from hitting their goal, 90,000 people, but 81,000 people in attendance. That makes AEW All In London the biggest wrestling pay-per-view event in history.
Like ever? Period?
Ever. Okay.
Wow.
This is the exact number of fans who paid for tickets, to be completely 100% transparent, and the official number is 81,035 people. You forgot 35 people, Jose. How dare you?
Oh, stop it! Are you really gonna fucking? Are you really gonna gouge my eyes out for 35 people? One.
Because those 35 people paid for their attendance, and they deserve the recognition too. Sorry, Angel. I didn't
Well,
mean to
consider me properly amazed and impressed, because I know you told me the numbers was big, and I admit I wasn't exactly keeping count on the event because I knew it was big, but wow, that much. Are you telling me that not a single event on any other company, WWE or anything of the sort, has ever matched anything close to a number that size?
Close, but not to that number. Not to that number exactly.
That is
They just hit a
insane.
new
That is
record.
genuinely insane.
Holy shit! Right?
Yeah. WWE when WWE held their SummerSlam event in 1992 at the Wembley Stadium, they were close. Their attendance record for that event in 1982 was 80,355 people.
That is still a relatively large number,
Same
but still.
venue, mind you. So
Yeah.
so freaking close. So
Actually, you
close.
know what? I take it back. There, WWE does have them beat with WrestleMania.
How much was that?
Okay, WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas, 2016, at the AT&T Stadium. The marketed attendance, mind you, this is WWE, so take it for what it's worth.
Yes.
101,763 people in attendance.
Not bad. Damn.
For the record, I'm pretty sure that number is, fudged. It's massaged a little with
Actually, no, wait. Sorry.
tickets
Actual. Yeah, no. Wikipedia has another section here. Actual attendance, 80,700. Okay, yeah, AEW beat them.
Wow.
I told you.
That is
They beat
genuinely incredible.
WrestleMania.
Right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Color me genuinely impressed because, okay, AEW has fancied itself as a rival to WWE and other companies in general since its inception. But a lot of people had understandable doubts considering the fact that AEW has only been around for a fraction of the time that WWE has been. And yet, are you telling me that, what is the comparison years-wise? How long has the AEW been around compared to the WWE?
4 years.
AEW has been around since January 1st of 2019.
4 years.
4 years, as opposed to WWE's how many?
Yes.
Wow. I'm not exaggerating. Obviously, WWE is a company with a rather stained and rotten legacy, but it is an impressive legacy nonetheless. So the fact that AEW managed to hold its own well enough to actually surpass the number of the greatest shows they ever did. Gentlemen, it seems that we were more right than we thought, that we expected some dramatic paradigmical change in the future.
Absolutely. And I actually had a chance to sit down and I watched all of the matches, the entire pay-per-view as it was uploaded on the internet. And I will discuss more of it, including the main event tomorrow night on Wrestle Rewind.
Keep talking. I'm going to change my shirt.
Okay, fine. I guess Juan's going to change his shirt. So, yeah, no,
he really wrote off to change the shirt.
He didn't have to, but okay. Anyways, so the pay-per-view event was actually a lot of fun, a lot of cool moments there. The opening match, CM Punk had a great classic old school wrestling match against Samoa Joe, the guy who plays the main character in Twisted Metal.
That's right. He plays the clown.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta sit down and watch that show. I heard some good stuff about it.
Oh, yeah. FTR, the defending AEW World Tag Team Champions, had a great tag match against the Young Bucks, Juan's least favorite tag team for obvious reasons.
Of course.
Yeah, no. Everything else was pretty awesome. Former WWE superstar, now AEW wrestler Saraya is the new women's world champion, so that's always awesome.
Congratulations! Bless you.
Saraya is a UK lass herself. Now I'm wearing my CM Punk colors, so her winning the women's world championship in London is a big hey for her hometown and stuff. Her mom even got
not just that, but it's a personal vindication since she was forced to retire in 2018 due to her neck injury.
And she just came back with a vengeance and won everything. Suck it, England!
Hells yeah. And of course, the main event of Adam Cole versus MJF for the AEW World title. I'm going to hold off on that because I want to save that full review for tomorrow, Juan.
All right, very clever of you, Jose. Thank you for that. Now, number one, yes, I changed it to my CM Punk shirt because I'm not going to...
You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did.
It's a matter of principle, Joe. It has to get done.
It's a matter of having
Fair
a code.
enough.
to live by. Now, here's the thing. You guys saw the thumbnail over here. Apparently, the last year's backstage altercations that nearly eclipsed the entirety of All Elite Wrestling for the better part of a year, the all-out backstage brawl, which was colloquially named the Brawl Out, got a sequel this past Sunday.
Oh, come on!
It got a freaking sequel here, folks.
For real?
Yep, for real. Now, I've got to give you guys a little bit of an understanding of this. Now, here's what's up. They didn't just start the All In event starting with All In. They had a pre-show for like about an hour, and that was called the All In 0 Hour, like to get the crowd warmed up while everyone was coming in for into the stadium, into Wembley Stadium. Now, the last match for that event, for the 0 Hour, was called was actually a match for the FTW Championship, which I've got my own hangups with that. But that's not the important part.
To give a little understanding for Angel. So basically, it's like an outlaw championship that isn't officially recognized by a wrestling promotion.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a brawl. It's a street fight, basically.
Pretty much. It was pretty much like a brawl, a street fight kind of thing over here. And so there were only 2 matches in it, and the defending FTW champion, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who, fun fact, is actually the son of deceased actor Luke Perry, from Beverly Hills 90210. So yeah, weird how he's how his baby boy has grown up and he's a professional wrestler. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. There we go. And
strange the turns that life can take, but okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but it is what it is. It was defending against Hook. Now, Hook is a boy not to be fucked with. And I say that in the nicest way possible. He looks like he could eat you alive, and he also looks like a little twink at the same time. Let me just show you.
Wait, what? What the hell is that? How does that even work?
Well, take a look at the screen here. This is Hook. Real name, Tyler Cole Sinertia. He is
What the hell?
Okay, you see this boy? He's got this pretty boy fucking poof of hair, but he is ripped. He is thin. He is lean. He is a ripped little boy. He's very frightening in his.
He looks like if Yoshida Amano from Final Fantasy fame tried to make a Baki the Grappler character.
Actually, and this is.
I mean that as a compliment. I swear. Please don't kill me.
And this is Jungle Boy Jack Perry over here. You take a look at this giant mop top.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So he's got the FTW Championship, which was originally invented by Hook's father, Taz. You may recognize him as the original human suplex machine of ECW. So that's him. He invented the...
Bit of a legacy on this one.
Yes. So, yes, Hook is his baby boy. He's very proud of him. And they had themselves a good old-fashioned hardcore match. I believe the official name was called an FTW Rules match, which basically just means
all these acronyms are mixing with me. The only rule is that there's the rules, except the rule that we don't talk about the rules. Nobody talks about FTW. The first rule of FTW is don't talk about FTW.
And the second rule of FTW is don't talk about FTW. Apparently, like obviously
something bitches
or fuck the world, whatever. You guys get the point. Haha, get it?
Yeah, haha. But go on, Juancho.
Okay, so the and yes, what's crazy is that match was the last match of the pre-show. The very first match of the official show for All Out was CM Punk's match against Samoa Joe for what CM Punk has been holding and what he's been calling the quote-unquote the Real World Championship. The reason why he calls it that is because last year, during all the hubbub of the fight that he was in backstage with the Elite, at the end of the program, he was officially AEW's World Heavyweight Champion. However, due to the fight, he actually had the championship stripped from him, along with the Elite having their AEW Trios Championships stripped from them. Now, CM Punk had taken a long time to rehabilitate himself both physically and try to work out what he's going to do in terms of the backlash and fallout of the all-out fight.
A complicated state of affairs. As you know, CM Punk himself left the WWE over mistreatment, only to join the AEW, and then he left the AEW only to join the WWE. Because turns out no matter where this man goes, he's always in trouble with somebody.
He's not back in WWE.
Oh, I fucked up. Then I was wrong.
Yeah, no.
I thought he left him.
No, he didn't leave. He came back over here to AEW, and he's actually brandishing the original AEW World Championship belt, which, according to him, he never lost.
That's right. I mean, if you take it away on a technicality, it doesn't count.
Well, you're not wrong over there. And what he did is he took a can of black spray paint and he put his signature straight edge X that he has on the back of his hands across the center of the center plate of the belt. So you have a big black X over the AEW Championship belt. So that's what he's considering the real World Championship, right?
Ooh.
So
yeah, that's right.
Obviously, it's meant to cause a lot of drama, a lot of controversy, but with purpose, controlled, in order to actually have the situation dealt with in a way that can be produced for television. Now, in this match against Samoa Joe, it was a grueling, big fight of a match, and of course, CM Punk won that match, and he left the Wembley Stadium still considered the real world champion, as far as he's concerned on there. It's basically meant to be a storyline where eventually he's going to face off against whoever's holding the recognized AEW World Championship to determine once and for all, like a reunification thing. Right? Makes sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah,
so good.
Okay. Now, apparently, in the time between the wrestling match between Hook and Jack Perry and CM Punk and Samoa Joe, because they had like intermission time, right? That's a giant ass stadium. That's a long time. There was an altercation.
Oh, come on.
Between Jack Perry and CM Punk. I'll explain to you what happened. Now, this goes back to a couple weeks when Jack Perry was wanting to do some more outlandish stunts than usual on an episode of AEW Collision, which is the Saturday night program, which CM Punk is like the biggest star on, right? And the idea that Jungle Boy wanted to do is that he wanted to actually have a backstage fight where he would throw Hook through. No, actually, he wanted to have himself thrown through a piece of a sheet of glass.
Oh, that sounds risky.
Oh, yeah, no, it was very risky. So much so that the creative team working on Collision said no. The head coach said no. And even when Jungle Boy still wanted to get it done and wanted to do it on his own, they asked CM Punk to intervene and talk to him. And Punk even told him, dude, no, come on, man. Like,
it's dangerous, bro. Don't do this.
Like, you don't have to do this. You don't need to do a gigantic stunt. And it, like, okay, but like, what? And CM Punk even tried to meet him halfway in the discussion of it. Say, like, okay, what if we got you set up with like that stunt glass, like sugar glass? It won't look quite as like dramatic, but it'll be safer for you, right? And Jack Perry,
but at least you'll certainly avoid the worst of the danger. Guess
what Jack Perry said to that?
No!
Correct. He wanted to use real-ass glass. He did not give a shit.
Fucking... No! There is a reason they don't use real glass in the movies. Is this man insane? Does he not have any idea what glass does to you when you crash through it at 30 miles an hour?
Right, or even at 15 miles an hour. Let me just give you one example over here. I'm pulling up an old GIF from, I believe, Jose, this was King of the Ring 2001?
Yes.
Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon. I actually want to see if I can pull it up over here. Give me a minute.
Yeah, by all means, take your time. But yeah.
For the record, even sugar glass itself can be dangerous. It's not guaranteed to cut you, but depending how far you go through it, you could still get briefly hurt if you're not careful.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a reason actors practice that stuff several times before they do it for real.
And they have to do it with the stunt glass, with sugar glass, to make sure they don't actually get sharded up and die. So, like I said, here's an example. King of the Ring 2001. Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon. All right?
Yep.
It's about to suplex him. Boom. Now, mind you, that looks like it was one clean shot, but this is actually the third attempt putting him through that glass.
Christ.
Yeah. And guess what was the second spot after this?
What was the second spot?
Shane had actually said, hey, Kurt, while he's rolling in the pieces of fucking glass in there, he told him, hey, Kurt, put me through the other one. And it took them 2 times to put him through the second pane of glass. That shit busted him the fuck up. He was a bloody, juicy mess.
Ugh.
Homeboy
That's
was
not the
leaking
term
out
that I
a
would
punch.
use, but yeah. He looked like a bottle of V8.
Right? Now,
For real, though, this is a very dangerous maneuver that only professionals attempt.
hold on.
That you have something like this just come out of nowhere, it's extremely arrogant of him to say
Hi
so.
there,
honestly.
Eric. Bye. Fuck you, Eric. Thank you, Will
Whoa.
Morris. I did not. Yeah. Yeah, I see what freaking Eric tried to fucking do.
Wait, hang on a minute.
No, someone in the chat, he was trying to spell out the N-word over here. Nope. Well done.
Come on,
We're not
dude. Listen, I'm all down for the jokes, but we're trying to talk about it. We gotta be professional on this. We got YouTube breathing down our necks.
For real. Holy shit. No, for real over there. Thank you very much for catching that, Will Morris.
Much appreciated.
Also, Tam's in the chat. Hey, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam.
Hello,
Oh!
Tammy.
Hold on, how did I miss this? Could he see?
Eh?
Shit, woman! She just dropped
What
a
did she do?
$49.99 super
Jesus
chat.
Christ!
Damn! You see, I tell you, man.
What do you see? The cult of
Super
personality.
Thank you
Holy
so
shit,
much,
could he
Christy
see?
Rando-sama. Our
She won, I
sincerest
told you,
thanks for
man.
your incredible generosity, as usual.
You see, guys, I tell you, we talk about CM Punk, and we're guaranteed to make money off it.
God damn it, Jose. I'm not here to make money off of Punk on his against him to spite him, man. I'm here to
I
talk
am.
about this shit. Oh my
Now,
god.
as
Okay.
you know,
So
Punk is a well-known and reputable name in the wrestling industry. It doesn't matter if you love him, it doesn't matter if you hate him. Nobody can deny that the man knows how to do his stuff. And I don't know you guys, but if I was in the world of wrestling and I had somebody with the level of experience of Punk come at me and go, hey man, this stunt is a little too dangerous to be done in short notice. We should try something else. I would at least be willing to compromise. The crowd will understand if I don't fly to a plane of solid glass at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, no, Angel's got it right. I would listen to CM Punk.
now, naturally, I would too, and I wouldn't even say it as like, "Oh, I've got my own reputation to maintain" or nothing like that. It would be like, "No, he's the older guy. He's like more experienced, and I was already told no by the guys running the program. I was already told no by the booker who's trying to organize the program. I should listen to those people." But if for some cockamamie brain-dead reason I don't listen to them, I should definitely listen to the guy who's been around the block at least 10 times longer than I have. So
You would think that would be a good idea, but yet here we are.
So fast forward to what happened this past Sunday at the All In event. During his match against Hook, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, like I said, this was FTW rules, so they're hitting each other with weapons, going bananas, Pure 6 Brawl, right? Right?
Items allowed. All out brawl.
Exactly. So one part of the dress setting that was brought in there was a classic London cab, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me double check. I don't want to be mistaken.
No, you're right. You're right. It is a classic. It is a black taxi cab from England.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
classic style looking black taxi cab. Okay, so what ended up happening is this: Hook is beaten down and he's beaten up, right? He's like out. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry here. He grabs the camera guy. He bats on the windshield. Hey, you see that? Real glass. Cry me a river. And then proceeds to put Hook into the windshield of the vehicle
Wow.
and himself. Now,
that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Now, windshield glass is ultra laminated. It's laminated on both ends, and the actual glass is laminated in between. So you have...
Yeah, it's meant to withstand car crashes.
Yeah. You have some level of blasted blasted protection, but at the same time, that's still fucking frightening.
Yeah.
After the end of the match, and Hook won the FTW Championship, right? Hook left away with the belt or whatever. Afterwards, Jungle Boy's making his way up the ramp backstage. Now, since the program was about to begin officially and the All In event was going to start, the first match was going to be Samoa Joe and CM Punk, right? Punk was already waiting backstage, getting warmed up, just like observing, like looking over the monitors, seeing how everyone's doing. So he saw what Jungle Boy said, calling Punk out particularly, right to his face. Punk had apparently gone up to Jungle Boy and said, "Dude, you got a problem with me?" To which Jungle Boy had actually told him. Now, mind you, this is all information that we're getting now a few days after the event, so I'm paraphrasing everything for you guys. And I'll be showing you our reports that we're citing for all this momentarily. Jack Perry said, "Well, you heard what I fucking said on the camera. You know I could kick your ass, right? Yeah, why don't you try something about it?" To which apparently Jungle Boy shoulder-checked Punk. And Punk put him in a fucking chokehold.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that he fucked around and he then find it out?
Indeed.
Indeed he did, Angel.
And he found it out.
Wow. See, when you said it was going to be a fight, I thought it was going to be an actual fight.
Oh, no. This was they're fighting, and he got his... And little Jack Perry got his ass whipped. So
yeah, no, that was what was expected.
So, what ended up happening with that is this made the rounds with people all over the place throughout the event, and what this ended up happening was both of these men were asked to leave the building. Jack Perry left. Jack Perry was immediately escorted out by security, and CM Punk actually stuck around after his match for roughly an hour, and then went and left the building.
Yeah, I think the security knew who was in the right. The fact that they didn't make CM Punk leave immediately.
Also, considering that CM Punk's match was immediately coming up, they kind of can't throw the guy out quite yet.
Fair enough, but still, something tells me that they saw that shit happen and they went, yeah, we know who's in the right here. Yeah,
no, it's been one of those. So, in response to this situation here, it appears as if both, at this time, both CM Punk and Jack Perry have been suspended, pending an investigation. Now, I'm going ahead and I'm going to bring forward our first article, brought to you by fine folks at Sports Illustrated, Fan Nation. So, thank you for that. Thank you, Jose, for finding this nice article. Also, Linda's in the chat. For the record, you're
hello.
Hey up, Linda. Yeah, no.
Hey up. I do my best, Juancho.
And I did want to also point out, Mr. Geek Me Out was asking, how did we like MJF's kangaroo kick? I liked it.
It was silly. I love it.
It's exactly what it sounds like, Angel. Like, MJF, both feet forward, boom, straight up into a guy's motherfucking chest.
Oh, damn. And caved in his ribcage. Sick.
Oh, yeah, no, and him landing flat on his back. Ouch. And Will Morris saying Ric Flair would have never defaced his Real World's Championship. That's because Ric Flair didn't need to. His was censored out by the television when he was on WWE TV.
Yeah,
so, damn. Yeah, no, that's a little fucky right there. So, article from Fan Nation brought to you by Mr. Justin Barrasso. Headline reads, report, CM Punk and Jack Perry incident leads to suspensions. Had an altercation in AEW's All In pay-per-view that led to suspensions and investigation to determine what took place. As confirmed, the incident remains under investigation by AEW. It began on Sunday during the All In pre-show. The middle of the match against Hook. There's a spot that involved a car window. Perry said, "Is real glass Crimea River?" Yep. You see what I mean here? So I'm literally just basically paraphrasing everything what was going on. That comment appeared to be pointed directly at Punk, who had objected to Perry's desire to use real glass on a recent episode of AEW Collision. On Sunday, when Perry returned backstage after the pre-show match, he exchanged words with Punk. Though there are multiple accounts of what actually took place, eyewitnesses have confirmed there was a physicality between Punk and Perry. It is
A physicality? Is that what it's called now?
Physicality, apparently.
No. We're keeping that. That sounds great. Physicality.
No, physicality.
Yeah, but I like the other one better. Physicality.
Fisticality. Oh my god. All right, continue on.
It is important to note that as the commotion unfolded, AEW was mere moments away from the most significant pay-per-view in company history. So yeah, all this happening right when the curtains go up. God.
The Oscars are about to be delivered and the hosts are just throwing hands.
God damn it, exactly. These guys were throwing them bows and it was embarrassing. All it was scheduled to start with CM Punk and Samoa Joe. Due to an altercation, there was a quick but significant discussion about having a different match, the 6-man tag match, starting the show instead. The wrestlers in the 6-man tag were ready to actually start the pay-per-view instead, but it turned out to be rather unnecessary. Punk and Joe opened the show as planned after Samoa Joe spoke with Punk. Multiple sources said, to the credit of Punk and Joe, their match took place without issue. Yeah, well, that's because CM Punk and Samoa Joe have been around professional wrestling about the exact same time. They were in Ring of Honor together. They had one of the most significant wrestling feuds in the history of Ring of Honor. Back in their heyday, the fact that they're coming together and they're clashing heads in London in a gigantic sold-out stadium is a testament to their career. So yeah, they're professionals. They know how to talk shit out.
Unfortunately, some people do not, in fact, know her. I don't know, man. As far as I can tell, while the events of the previous altercation that put Punk in the hot seat are somewhat ambiguous because we only have word of mouth, this one seems like a fairly clear and cut case of you really should have listened to him.
Oh, yeah. They really should have fucking listened to him. Now, the article continues. The timing of the ongoing investigation adds a complicating factor for the suspended talents. AEW holds 3 live shows in Chicago this week. Dynamite on Wednesday, Collision on Saturday, and the All Out pay-per-view on Sunday. And Punk's presence in his hometown is a massive draw. As of now, it is unknown how long the investigation will last. Sports Illustrated will continue to cover the story as it develops. So, let me ask you something. You know CM Punk draws you money in Chicago. You have a show in Chicago. Yeah. If you have CM Punk on your payroll, put him front and center, and you're going to have a sold-out crowd. That's been mathematically proven, right?
Yeah, of course. Moneymaker.
First off, what kind of boneheaded decision is it to suspend both of these guys, especially CM Punk, in this critical week when all 3 of your programs, the AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, and yeah, by the way, this past Sunday was All In, and this coming Sunday they're having their regularly scheduled All Out pay-per-view.
Correct.
Over at the United Center in Chicago.
Yeah, these guys are all over the place. What the fuck?
This is a recipe for disaster if I ever saw one coming.
You better believe that the audience is going to hijack your programming.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's again. You're asking for it to happen.
You're asking for the audience to light the seats on fire and throw them into the ring.
I won't lie. I would
out, and they will throw them into the freaking building.
I would pay to see something like that happen. To be honest with you,
I've heard of terrifying little stories of that. Now, while all of this situation was coming out, while all of this was still in development, the rumor mill and the discussions of all the situation had gone ape shit in the last 72 hours. It's almost as if the universe was conspiring to have us fucking cover this tonight.
I know, what the best possible time.
For the record, I wanted to see about an update on Chris Chan because apparently their charges were dropped. because of time served. So
there is no justice in this world.
Yeah, no, like I wanted to get into that and re-educate people on what Chris Chan is. The worse I say about them, the better. But no, here we fucking go. We have to talk CM Punk. We have to talk about this craziness happening. Fisticality, god damn it! You guys aren't gonna let me live that down. And
it's
Russo,
such a good
AKA
word,
Fresh
though.
One is in the chat. Hey, up there, guys. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the Blackfiles on the Kick stream. Thank you for that. And he said, "Hey, bro," with a smiley face. Hey, up. How's it going, man? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Now, I really didn't want to. I wanted to see, like, please let this die down. Please let these fucking people learn their lesson. Let this fucking PR fire get put the fuck out fast and immediately. Because for God's sake, I cannot stress enough how much of a problem it is for these guys to have this shit twice happening, like, almost a year apart.
Even if it's just more justified on one end than to the other, because clearly somebody's like, okay, this is a very clear case of the guy who was starting shit. He got called out. He refused to back down, and then he proceeded to eat shit. But, man, CM Punk is going to develop a reputation of attracting this kind of bullshit now without meaning to.
He already has. You've got to remember, Angel, this entire time that CM Punk had been absent from all AEW programming, that actually allowed the other side of the original altercation, being Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, along with Hangman Adam Page, to get into to everyone else's ears in the locker room, in the fan audience of AEW, to basically put out the idea that that CM Punk is a cancer, that he's a horrible person, he's just an egomaniac, he's in it for himself. What's funny is that Punk, in his time since he came back, with him sort of being like an ambiguous anti-villain, anti-hero character, he was playing into that shit. Do you want to know what he did?
It worked.
Would you like to know what he did to Samoa Joe during their match in London? Would you like to know there were two moves?
What got he done?
Tell me if you recognize this set of movements. Bounce your opponent off the rope, run at them, shoulder tackle. Pick them up, bounce them over to the next set of ropes, shoulder tackle. Another time, shoulder tackle. They bounce them one more time. You pick them up and throw them flat on their back with a throwback slam. And then raise your hand up nice and high for everyone to see you.
No way.
And then, to put the cherry on top, took that hand out from in front of his face, brother, and put it up against his ear, brother, and then bounced off the ropes and dropped his leg on, like, after a gigantic leap, bouncing off the ropes onto Samoa Joe's throat. Brother!
I laughed at that shit.
Are you kidding me?
I shit you not. Like I said, CM Punk was trying to take the actual animosity that folks had, that was being built up against him, and tried to turn that into part of how he's presenting himself on purpose. He was basically being called a backstage politic and an egomaniac. Who is a bigger example of having that same, sometimes well-earned, sometimes disregarded reputation in the world of pro wrestling than John Cena and Hulk fucking Hogan, brother?
Wow.
Who's fucking better? So of course he did that shit. He did that shit to piss everyone off.
Well, it worked, at least.
Right?
Yes, it was fantastic. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I know. Strugglers over here. I'm kind of glad that CM Punk overtook Chris Chan. You're probably right. As much as I would have loved to tear that psychopath a new asshole because I have no respect for Chris Chan, the fact of the matter is, this is something that's kind of, pressing. And it's kind of
It does appeal more to pop culture it is ironically more based into what we do with pop culture and all that.
True. And
But
Chris Chan
wow, are you
obscure.
seriously telling me that the man opened up the flowchart, looked up the Hogan moveset, and went ham with it?
He did John Cena's tackles and the slam, and instead of doing the little "you can't see me" drop or whatever, that John Cena with his fist, the 5-knuckle shuffle. Instead of that, he finished with Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
I love that.
Amazing.
Oh God,
That is.
Yeah. No, it's hysterical. Like I said, the guy wanted to try to take the bad blood and the bad reputation that the other assholes over here, the guys who are, by the way, fun fact, in case you hadn't forgotten, because these assholes won't let you forget, Nick and Matt Jackson aren't just wrestlers. They're not just some of the founders of All Elite Wrestling. They're also executive vice presidents of the fucking company. So the fact that yeah, you forgot, didn't you, Angel?
So I forgot they're the big boys in the big desk.
Yeah, they're such big boys and such big pride. I can't fucking believe how big and bulbous and gymongous they must be after talking shit about a guy when he's out on injury, trying to heal up, suspended, and unable to actually defend himself and present his case. Yeah, real big talk from tiny little fuckers. Why do you think I don't like the Young Bucks? Why do you think I don't like them? It wasn't just because they were idiot characters that don't change and don't evolve. They're assholes. Actual real-life assholes. If you sit
Jerks with power don't quit being jerks just because they put on a mask.
If you want to see a man's true nature, give him power. And this is the true nature of Nick and Matt Jackson. Their true nature is they're assholes.
Okay, now I do want to chime in.
Hey up, Vicente, how's it going, man? Welcome to the Blackfiles. He says it sucks that AEW Dynamite was in Chicago and we had no Punk due to the suspension.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now here's the thing. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and chime in and say this. Now, It is not opinion, but it is fact that professional wrestling is a mixture of athletic jocks and theater kids. And when it comes to managing a wrestling promotion, managing the talent, the roster, it's a huge undertaking and oftentimes a thankless job. But these things do happen. There's going to be a clash of egos. It's inevitable. But the frequency and how quickly these incidents happen between everything leading up to the Brawl out last year and everything leading up to the shit that happened in All In this past weekend, that's a very disturbing trend.
It's almost as if, and by the way, Angel, you might guess who are guess who's best friends with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Mr. I Want to Use Real Glass.
Whomst?
Guess. You'll never guess.
Who drinks cocaine and snorts crack?
No. No, not Tony Khan. Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Of course.
So it's almost as if him being confrontational in the original incident, when the actual discussion about trying to talk about Glass to begin with, was his way of trying to needle CM Punk. Like, oh yeah, you fuck with my boys, I fuck with you right back. Yeah. Now, I'm not.
Is this truly no?
Go ahead.
Are we really truly doomed to see nothing but ego get in the way of all the hard work that these professionals are supposed to be doing?
I sincerely hope not. Jose, bless my brother's heart. Bless both of y'all's my brother's hearts. But Jose in particular, he is under the belief that all of this, from last year's altercation to now, is somehow all gigantically staged.
I'm sorry, Joe. I feel like this is a little too much. This episode of a soap opera has gone on for too long.
No. Hang on a minute, Angel. Before you say anything, follow my train of thought. Okay. Now, like last year, it kind of felt like it was real, and it kind of felt like the situation was real. But like, I've been following up on the wrestling news since CM Punk made his return in June of this year, and there have been reports of like AEW wrestlers coming into the Saturday show, coming into Collision, to be told to be sent home with this and that, and then the shit with Jack Perry and the Glass. And then everything else that's been happening after the fact, in the aftermath, like I am under the belief that this may be staged. This may be AEW working the dirt sheets, but specifically CM Punk, a man who's been in this wrestling business for decades, a man who is smart about the wrestling business. He's actually spent a lot of time not only working the graps, but also working and backstage and as a coach, part of the production crew, all this and that. Like he said so in his documentaries. CM Punk, with all of his wisdom in the wrestling business, he could be the one that's been working the dirt sheets with a little help from AEW.
It still feels like such a long con if that's the case. Are you telling me that CM Punk is the Eisen of the Wrestling Federation?
I'm telling you that
I want to believe.
I'm telling you that CM Punk has his finger on the pulse of our society, of our culture. He knows what draws. He knows what can pop a rating. Like even if he's not even absent from the wrestling business, he's still how do I put it? Juan, help me out here.
Like even when he's absent from the wrestling business, he still keeps tabs and keeps his observations fresh on it. I think is what you mean.
Even when he's out, he's in.
Yeah, even when he's out, he's in. Okay.
You now here's the thing, Jose. I don't want to say that there's some truth to what you're talking about, but there is one thing that I do want to bring up. Now, get a load of this. You're going to love this, Angel. Apparently, there were reports coming out from the All In crowd over there in London that apparently when CM Punk had actually arrived in London, England, at the airport, nobody had any sort of vehicle or escort waiting for him. He doesn't know where the fuck he's supposed to go. He can't find himself a cab or get himself set up with like an Uber or a Lyft there because that shit would have taken ungodly amounts of time and all the cabs would not have been able to slow down. Guess what he had to do?
What did he have to do?
Punk went down to the tubes. He went used London's underground trains. He was using their subway.
Wow.
Yeah, and he got lost. So much so that, I shit you not, he got lost at his hotel, and this is a photo that surfaced courtesy of Just Alex Central on Twitter. This is a picture of CM Punk taking a train to his hotel in London. Is something there. They're saying, I'm extremely confused about how AEW had no one ready to pick up arguably their top star in their company. That reflects poorly on management. At least people are having fun with it. There were fans who helped him navigate the subway so he could take the right trains to get him to where he was trying to go. And here's a freaking fan sitting next to him doing his go-to-sleep pose.
No, yeah, okay, come on, guys. You know that is that shit is like not.
You think that's staged? You think that this was done by accident?
Like, come on, man. I seriously, because I saw it too. I saw it too, and I could tell, and I think that's that part is staged. Like, come on.
I mean, I know for a fact that WWE has a reputation for not doing their damn job right when they need to. So, exploiting that reputation to essentially build a couple of sympathy points on the side would not be out of place. But at the same time, it almost seems too out of pocket at this point.
Right.
The thing is, guys, you have to remember that, like I said, CM Punk is a master of the game. There are very, very few wrestlers in the business who can blur the lines between reality and fiction.
Who basically going full on, like, keeping kayfabe alive, you mean?
Are you telling me that we are being masterfully trolled?
We're having our Jimmys quite thoroughly rustled, apparently, by one.
The only other person,
fucking CM Punk puts the other guy into an armbar, turns around and goes, "All according to Keikaku."
Shit.
Right?
Oh! Speaking of which, let me check the chat over here. Will Morris was saying, if CM Punk is the Eisen of pro wrestling, does that make his real world championship the Hogyoku?
Yes.
Ha!
Yes. My man slicked the hair back, pulled out the bandage, and went, from now on, the throne of WWE has been empty for years. but not anymore. From now on, I will have the ice cream bars.
God. And Vicente Guerrero was also saying over here. Struggler also said it's basically that pro wrestling is basically community theater with broken tables and pile drivers. Yes, it is. And yeah, I'm going full Pepe Sylvia. I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to see if there are enough plot points to Jose's available to thread through Jose's theory. But this is just conjecture at this point.
Right now, at this point, this is just a theory. It's not proven. It's not fact. Okay, this is just me theorizing. Okay, I can easily be wrong. Either this ends up being a very, very well elaborate publicity stunt going all the way as far back as last year, and we've all been made fools of, or this can very well be real, and it would be an indictment not just to the talent, but also to the staff who is supposed to be in charge of managing the talent.
You mean Tony Goddamn Khan?
I mean Tony Goddamn Khan.
Well,
I would love the idea of this entire thing being some insane, elaborate ruse.
I would love that. It would be so stupid. At the very end, CM Punk coming out, and I got something to tell you, but I'm not just doing it by myself. Here's Ashton Kutcher. You've all been punked, bro. That would have been fucking stupid. But
you forgot.
I would have loved.
You are strong indeed, and you're a mighty wrestler. But you forgot something that I haven't revealed yet. CM Punk just turns around and goes Bankai.
Shit. Vicente Guerrero was saying regarding Jack Perry. Said Jack Perry wanted to use real glass was a bad idea. Tony Khan better let him watch death matches for IWA Mid-South and Freedoms in Japan. Jack will hate it soon after because they have nothing but garbage matches.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And Tam in the chat, she's saying over here, I remember reading Punk hired Ace Steel as a bodyguard after the Brawl out. If that's true, then a great job Ace letting Punk versus Perry ever even happen. Ouch.
Okay, so to offer some clarification, no, Ace Steel hasn't been hired as a bodyguard, but Ace Steel is under contract with AEW, and he's specifically working remotely, but he's involved in the production for the Saturday show, AEW Collision.
All right, that clears it up. Thank you, Jose. And Tam was also saying that it would be pretty weird for management not to have a ride ready for him. I can understand.
It is sauce. I'm not gonna lie.
I can understand that Booger Sugar Daddy Tony Khan being frantic, running all over creation because he doesn't know how to fucking delegate. He doesn't know how to trust. He doesn't know how to work with people here. So he's running around extra snorty, forbidden door bullshit. And I can understand if some things slip his mind. This is not one of those some things to let his mind get slipped.
It's a pretty goddamn big something.
Exactly. God, it's fucking ridiculous. And I don't want to believe it, but there is another article, thank you, Jose, by the way, that might actually lend a little additional credence to Jose's conspiracy theory. Are
we trying to add context, right?
It's possible. Courtesy of SB Nation Cage Side Seats, by the way. This article comes to you by way of Kane A. Knight. Ha, that's clearly an alias. Who the hell calls himself Canaanite? The headline reads, get ready, reports CM Punk, quote, chewed out Tony Khan and told him he quits. This is all rumor and speculation, mind you, folks. There is no confirmation at all that CM Punk has actually quit in any way, shape, or form. Let me read this to y'all. Backstage altercation between CM Punk and Jack Perry at last week's AEW All In London might finally prove to be the breaking point in the relationship between Punk and AEW president Tony Khan. PW Torch reports that CM Punk went in on his boss in front of others at All In and may have crossed the line in the process. Here's the excerpt from PW Torch. It's learned that Punk confronted Khan in front of others and then in his locker room in what has been characterized as a heated, intense manner, and at one point, according to 3 sources who have heard about the situation, told Khan he quit and chewed out Khan with harsh phrasing. After his match, There was an extended period of time without communication between Punk and Khan, which is unusual given in past situations the two at least communicated via text after blowups or backstage situations. We haven't heard if there has been any communication since then. There are no indications that Khan has directly communicated with Punk since Punk lashed out at him in his locker room before his match at All In. Now, later wording in the report indicates that Punk is chewing out of Khan occurred before he got physical with Perry. The quote reads, "Since Punk's match was next, they would have naturally been near each other when Punk headed towards the entrance tunnel, but there are conflicting reports regarding who made their way towards the other for the confrontation. Plus, the Punk was worked up at that point, having just had it out with Khan, according to multiple sources. There are stories out there about AEW providing poor travel accommodations for Punk when he arrived in London. So perhaps there were other things on Punk's mind besides Jack Perry when he was chewing out Khan. If the details in this report are accurate, will Tony Khan stand for his worker dressing him down in front of a group of other people like this? Will Tony ask CM, really? They call him CM, if he has a problem and wants to take it outside? Pfft, bullshit. That ain't
Cash me outside. How about that?
Do not.
Yeah, no.
Go on.
Okay, that's the rest of the article. The rest is like, hey, comment in our comments. No, I'm not going to do that. Thank you, Canaanite. But what the hell? Okay, this is all rumor and innuendo, and while there is a kernel of truth to it, it stands to reason that I highly doubt that there's any actual truth to it all. Now, there being a lack of communication, obviously, that was proven with the travel problems, right?
Yes.
Right.
Though admittedly, I found that dubious. Like the fact that they have no way to get transportation to their main star. And all of this happened, as you said, right before one of the biggest matches of all time. The one that gave them so many numbers and money, basically put them on top of the mountain. This feels like a combination of really bad management coming to breath once again.
Yeah, once again. I do want to mention that this is an updated tweet from Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful a half hour ago.
Send it to me.
Tony Khan, yeah, I'll send it to you. Tony Khan is scheduling a media call tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. So hopefully he'll be able to address some questions.
So we're going to get more information into this thing.
Yeah, let me pull that up. You said it was half an hour ago?
Yeah, I just sent you the tweet.
Okay. Yeah, apparently it's his birthday. Yay, happy birthday, Sean Ross Sapp. I'm trying to find it. 59. God damn it, chill, man. Where is it? Come on, man. Where is it? Come on.
Are you finding? I just sent you the tweet link.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Like, with all this craziness going on, CM, again, going back to my theory, I still think that CM Punk does have a hand in this, and it's accomplishing something. It's getting people talking. It's getting people talking about AEW, and by extension, it's getting people talking about CM Punk. Because regardless of what any of us think, bad press is still press.
In this case, this might be one of the, well, mind you, as long as no actual crimes are involved, one could argue that this is one of those cases where any publicity is good publicity. But one would argue that they have CM Punk right there with you is already enough publicity. Or, like, what else do you want beyond this point?
But do
you got Samoa Joe, CM Punk, his rival, everybody already involved into this thing is already, like, willing, ready, and able to go. So what are we missing here exactly?
Apparently, real life blending of real life conflict and shit. Now, I'm fine with edging in a little bit extra reality in order to get this your show extra viewership. But does this really need to go this far? Like,
does it need to go where no one has ever gone before?
Like, it puts AEW, especially Tony Khan, in the worst light possible. It makes him look like a complete moron. Because
more than usual, you mean?
More than fucking usual. Yeah. So we're over here trying to figure out, how can we parse truth from fiction? How can we parse out what are these guys? Are these guys trying to work everyone and their mother, or is this actually the sign of a shitty locker room environment under the control of a shitty boss? And this is something that I wanted to pull up over here as well. Now, get this. there is another piece of story that was coming up in this situation, involving the actual fight. Now, apparently, according to some sources, there was another wrestler who was in the area, helping Punk calm down, helping get him separated away from Jack Perry. That being the Redeemer. That being the Bulgarian brute himself, formerly known in the WWE as Rusev. The Bulgarian wrestler Miro was there as well. Now, I'm going to show you this guy. I don't remember if you've ever seen him, but check the heft, check the meat on this boy. As in, like, here's an example. This is how
he looks like a slab.
He is meat. You see here?
Look at those cuts. You can make so much steak off him.
Actually, no. He's got more cuts right now in AEW than he did in WWE. He's gotten meat. He's gotten leaner, and that's scary. Like, if you take a look at the actual screen over here, they have a side by side of him with his long hair when he was Rusev, and here where he was Miro, where him is Miro right now. Now, get this. Apparently, there were rumors and there was stuff that was being reported out by the single most respected source for backstage news in the world of professional wrestling, the Wrestling Observer and Figure 4 Online, which is headed up by Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer. Both of whom have very dubious reputations as well for being basically AEW dick writers. But that's not the important part.
Are they relatively reliable by comparison?
Let me put it this way. They have thrown enough shit against the wall for people to take them at their word.
Fair enough.
However, there was one story that Brian Alvarez had broken as part of the situation, where he said that while Miro was separating Punk away, he was saying, like, Punk apparently snapped at him, and there was almost a second fight right there between him and Miro, where Punk was saying, "Yeah, you want to, unless you want to fight me too."
Jesus Christ, Punk, control yourself.
Guess what?
What?
You know how I said that these guys have thrown enough shit against the wall that they've been trusted? No. This one slid down.
Oh.
It was confirmed over here with other reports. Here's what's up. Brian Alvarez on the Figure 4 Wrestling message board regarding the situation between Punk and Miro. His quote, "Here's the thing. I was the first person to report the Miro story. Not one person out of 5 who told me the story said the guys were joking. They all said it was a serious issue. Right after I told the story, first people claimed it never happened. Then, a few hours later, the claim is, well, it did happen, but they were joking. Everyone can believe whatever they want. If they were joking, then a lot of people in AEW were lied to. If they weren't joking, people are being lied to now, so pick your lie, but I didn't make up a story." Ah!
Christ!
That's a lot of words for okay. I'm going to do something very important, very simple here. Okay? I'm going to do something very, very simple. And I hope that there are other folks who can, especially anyone who purports to be a journalist of any way, shape, or form, any of them, and I would like very much for these guys to try and follow along. This is another one of the Ravens Flock's teachable moments, kids. Are you ready here? Are you ready, guys? Would you like to follow?
Yeah, we're ready. Go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. That's the first word. I, right?
Yeah.
Was. You get that? I was what?
Yes,
oh my God, what could I have been? I was.
W-A-S. Go on.
Uh-huh.
Wrong! I was wrong!
No, sorry, that's too much wrong. We can't have that. Nope. We can't do that. Angel, we can't do that.
I can admit to a mistake!
You have me at the first
when I
sentence.
fucked up! You see how much cleaner that is? 3?
Oh, but Juan,
I'm sorry, Juan. I lost you near the second sentence and the first word. I was less wrong.
No.
And you were more right.
Just wrong, Angel.
I is not stupid. They stupid.
Like that.
Mismert.
I was wrong.
Sounds difficult, man. I don't know if I can do this. Joe, I gotta be honest with you, Joe. I graduated college, but I never called myself smart. I'm having some trouble with this.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Good
Hasn't
question.
anybody heard of journalistic integrity? Hasn't
Hell
anybody
no.
fucking heard of this shit?
Like, even for something as silly as the world of professional wrestling, like, you still, if you're reporting on something, you have to have journalistic integrity.
At the very least, you think that would be like a given, but somehow, at some point, we ended up here.
In fact, that was actually one of the first things that CM Punk called out last year in the AEW All Out Media Scrum.
Right?
Right, Juan?
Actually, yes, it was. I believe you integrated his little message into your sign out whenever you leave the Blackfiles, right? What do you say? At the end of the day, we're all human beings, and
be responsible of where you get your news from.
There you go. Yeah, see? There you go. Thank you, Jesus Christ. And yeah, the PW torch is still a thing, Will Morris. I know. Can you believe that? It's weird, the world we live in. Now, it's even crazier because Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, he also quote tweeted this guy, helping in ratio him, unfortunately, is saying, his words saying, I don't think Brian made up a story or makes up anything personally. I've heard both told people it was in jest today, and that one side barely recalled it until they were reminded. I'd not heard anything about them until it was originally reported.
Oh my God.
You see, it's not that hard to say, like, okay, some guys had told me this way, other guys told me another. This is the first I'm hearing of it. But
you would think that would be enough, but no.
But the fact that Brian Alvarez couldn't have just said, hey, I was wrong. Apparently.
I don't know. Listen, there are a few things that you work for the company, you're not supposed to say or never admit fault. Because the second you admit fault, the other side can and will use it. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of public opinion.
How many times have I come up to assholes on our programming, especially on the Blackfiles, grabbed a sheet of paper, a red Sharpie, and drawn a bullseye and told them, I don't make threats, I make promises, and if you come at me, you better not miss. You better get me on the first try, and you better not miss. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind admitting when I've made a fucking mistake. I'm human. Guess what? This luscious locks of Latino heat and hair and fucking madness behind busted spectacles. By the way, my glasses frame is busted. I need to get new ones, but they're $400 at freaking Lens Crafters. I don't know why.
Well,
Actually,
Juan,
no, my
I was
mistake.
that you made a small mistake, Juan. You see,
I know. I made another mistake just now. They weren't
Hang on. Let Angel explain. Let Angel explain why.
You are not afraid to admit wrong, and that is a very admirable, responsible quality of a man that can take accountability for his mistakes. But here's one thing that you don't have. Do you have a multi-million-dollar contract with an internationally known company?
Nope. I don't.
And that's why you are not stop right there. You are not allowed to say you're wrong, because when your words make money go up, when your words make line go up or down, you are not allowed to say the bad words.
Lord Almighty, I don't believe it. Like, listen,
that's how it be, fam. It always be like that.
Even a dinky site, not really dinky, but like another wrestling site called Sportskeeda. Yeah, I know.
Sportskeeda.
Apparently, they're quoting over here. Apparently, Miro asked Punk how he was doing, and a fun conversation took place between the two. As Punk said, "Okay, unless you want to fight me too." To which Miro responded that they should take this to the ring as a joke.
I mean, no, I don't think that was a joke. I think that was 100% reasonable.
No. Remember, Miro was trying to was helping Punk cool down after the stupid shit that he was dealing with Jack Perry. With Jungle Fuck.
Yeah, I know, but that's still a reasonable response. Take it to the ring.
Like, that would actually be good. Take it to the fucking ring. You guys have a problem? Take it out to the ring, make me money, and get it out of our system, but I'm not dealing with this shit in the backstage. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice. It would be
But
nice.
why would anything nice ever happen?
God almighty. It's fucking ridiculous, guys. And no, you're right, Angel. I'm not beholden to multi-billion-dollar companies. I am beholden to these folks in the chat down here. I am beholden to Vicente Guerrero, for the record, Your Honor, to Tam Tam, to Kurisi Rando-sama, to Will Morris, to the Struggler. I'm beholden to our flockers. I'm beholden to Rob I. Jane over here, who's gifted a subscription. I'm beholden to Bear Cream over on our Kickstream. Hey up, Bear Cream. I hope you're doing all right. I'm beholden to our viewers. And would you guys like me to feed you all beautiful, sweet little lies, sunshine and rainbows, and everything is nice? Everything is
I
awesome.
would fire you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would fire me too, because I don't fucking respect that shit. I know that shit's wrong. We all know that shit's wrong. Ignoring it is stupid as hell, and trying to act like it doesn't happen is stupid as hell. And yeah, you're right. It's a weird name, Sportskeeda. This is the freaking weird ass name for these guys. But
I thought it was pronounced Sportskeeda.
Me too.
Is it Skeeta? Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead and double check that. It's
You're right,
Skeeta.
Sportskeeda. My bad.
Hey, don't worry about it.
See, again, I made a mistake. I was wrong. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Juan. You're still making.
Yeah, Juancho, that's asking
words
too
are
much,
still-
man. That's asking for the entire cake when all we're going to give you is just a slice.
I don't
Nice. Now
mind.
he's getting it. He's getting a spoonful of frosting and nothing else.
You know what? I just want my slice. That's okay. I'm on a diet.
I'm sorry, Mr. Arouse. You are asking for too much. Listen, I understand that you're trying to tell me about the importance of whatever, but your words are your words are money, and your words make the money go up and go down. And if the money go down, then we don't get paid. And if you do, the point is, you can't say stop saying the bad words. Stop it.
What bad words? I was wrong?
No,
I
stop
was
that.
wrong.
No, the line is going down. Cut it out.
I was wrong.
Cut that shit out. The line go down, and we need line to stay up. Shut up.
You know what, folks? Do me a favor. Even if you can only throw a single $1.99 super chat, go ahead and throw one of those up every time I say I was wrong, so that it shuts Angel up over here and it proves that
Every time he says that, the donations that we get literally go down. That those $49.99 that Christy Randosama gave us, they are now $39.99.
No!
God.
That's not how any of this
God.
works.
Thanks.
This is all you're doing.
Damn it, Juan. You had one job.
That's not. Good Lord. I wish. No way, man. Look, I don't think it's going to happen over here, but seriously, guys. Oh, God. Even, yeah, I don't understand this word wrong before, said Struggler. Journo's being humble. LMAO even. LOL. LMAO even. Yeah.
That is not happening, my dude.
I know.
My brother in Christ, you signed the contract.
This is how silly the discourse on all this shit has been going on. Like, Jose even shared a meme that was sent to me by a mutual friend of ours from a meme of the pressing altercations between Jack Perry and CM Punk. The breaking news: CM Punk and Jack Perry have been in the closet making babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me.
Okay.
What the fuck? That's an old Simpsons reference for you folks.
Won't somebody please think of the babies?
There was another one where they said like, this just in, Tony Khan and CM Punk had an argument, and CM Punk stole Tony Khan's Lunchables.
Listen, dude, CM Punk is very strict about his snackage. And Tony Khan took away his snack time, and he's like, okay, no, we're not doing this.
If it ain't a muffin, right? Remember how
How dare you?
how
I'm
last
going to eat all your Ritz crackers just for that.
Oh my god, damn it, man.
Baby carrots, more like abortion carrots.
Dude, what the hell? How does that even fit?
It means that the carrots didn't even make it to the Lunchables.
Ow.
He just stole them from the farm truck.
He just stole them from the farm truck, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's weird. God almighty. But like, I guess you're right about that. Okay, it took me a minute to get the verbal gymnastics out of that. But like, Tell me what's fucking wrong with this shit. Everyone in the situation's acting like gigantic ass babies. Number one, yes, I love CM Punk, but I will call CM Punk out on this matter. Dude, you're older than this guy. You're almost twice his age. You are far more experienced in this world. Why the fuck are you letting this little blood-sucking tick rustle your jimmies?
Because he's tired. He's just tired. How long has he had to put up with this shit?
A year. A fucking
A
year with this
whole
shit.
year. The average person barely has the patience to deal with that for a month. And CM Punk has to deal with not only the complications of leading the WWE, which means that he's constantly under attack by the fans of WWE. He's dealing with the fans of the AEW. He's dealing with detractors and fans screaming for his name from all sides. And all he asks is the decency of professional fucking conduct. But apparently, we can't even do that right now. We are not good enough to behave like proper co-workers in this difficult, high-class, complex maneuver. We are not, apparently, in all his years of experience, apparently, are not good enough for him to be listened to. I think that's the part that rankles him the most. The fact that he's not being respected. He's one of the old names. His name carries power and authority. Now, I don't know how long the other guy has been in the business.
Not.
How long
He basically started with AEW.
Exactly. So you have this fucking greenhorn over here swaggering in, pretending he knows how shit works, essentially telling you how to do your job. And wouldn't that just burn your ass clean off?
It would.
Because I gotta tell you, if I had years of experience in this business, and the new guy was basically saying, "Yo, dog, we gotta do this," and I'm like, in my years of experience, I'm gonna tell you that's a bad idea, and they just decide, "Nah, I'm gonna do it anyway," and then they talk shit to you in front of the entire office, during the most profitable month of the year. Some deep shit comes around and tells you how to do your job. Tell me that wouldn't piss you off.
That
Like,
would
CM
fucking
Punk
piss
seems
me
like a
off,
fairly
like-
affable guy, but even he must have his limits.
It's worse.
No, Angel. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, it would definitely piss me off because who the fuck is this little kid telling me to do my job?
It's actually
Exactly.
worse. It's actually worse. It's not this little punk, this little brat telling the seasoned veteran how to do their job. It's this little brat saying they're going to do their shit anyway, and the veteran trying to look out for him and say, like, dude, no, we don't do real glass here on Saturday nights. Come on, be smart about this.
This
And
is the
not
most.
wanting to
This is
listen.
the moment to make the money and put the asses in seats. This is when you make you gotta be careful for times like this.
Exactly. And it wasn't for the pay-per-view event. He wanted to throw himself in through a pane of glass for the Saturday program, for Collision, for free TV. It doesn't make sense. Like, if it's for a big event, like what was happening in All In, or even one of the other big events that AEW has, then you can try to work something out. Like, okay, well, this is a bigger match. There are bigger stakes. We want to put on a little more of a show. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and have the big stunt over here. Okay, but let's be smart about it. Whereas if you're on TV, if you're literally just trying to shit it out last minute, and like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I just throw myself through a glass? Like, no, it's
not. This is not the time or the place to improvise.
Also, I have to be corrected again. So once again, I was wrong. He didn't start in All Elite Wrestling in 2019. He started in the independent scene in 2015.
29.
Don't tell me Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Let me see here. Nope. Debuted at Underground Empire Wrestling. I don't know where the hell that is. Let me see here.
Look me up.
Yep, and and then he was in All Pro Wrestling's junior heavyweight division. Yep, and that was it. And then AEW.
Okay, well, he still has no room to talk when it comes to CM Punk. Thank you very much.
None.
Yeah, I mean, in the words of Dante, take a tip from your elders.
For real.
Like,
Is it like so? Yeah, like on the one hand, I'm calling out Punk for like, dude, Don't let this little shithead get under your skin. I get it. You're the locker room leader. You're trying to help make positive change for a company that you believe in. That's all he ever's been trying to fucking do. Yeah, he's got self-service to himself. Who doesn't? But at the same time, he feels like he's got a responsibility to actually help people with, especially if they're younger wrestlers, keep their careers as long and as profitable as possible for themselves. He's trying to look out for this fucking guy, and how does Jack Perry fucking repay him? By fucking trying to big dog him.
By acting like an asshole.
By acting like an asshole.
And of course, we already pointed out how, on the other hand, we've got Jack Perry, who's acting like a little shithead. So we've already covered enough territory with that. But I believe we know who actually holds the majority of the blame. Who's actually responsible for all this?
The current AEW CEO, Tony Khan.
Tony goddamn Khan.
When in doubt, look forward to the manager screwing something up for some. What a surprise, I would say. Not being surprised at all.
Yeah, no, seriously. Now,
this all boils down to this guy not knowing how to manage his fucking work, not knowing how to manage his fucking wrestlers, not knowing how to actually run his locker room properly, not knowing how to fucking put his fanboy bullshit behind him for 5 seconds, long enough for him to remember, oh, wait a minute, these guys work for me, I don't work for them. They have to make me money, that means they answer to me. Hold on.
You would think that would be enough, but alas, but alas, but alas.
Hold on, guys, hang on a minute. Hang on. I'm checking something. Give me a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Jose, did you see that? That email notification? Give me a second. Hang on. Oh shit, Jose, you're not gonna fucking believe this.
What?
We got an email from like the PR office at All Elite Wrestling. There's a statement that was sent in by Tony Khan that he's going to be putting out as part of his shit tomorrow afternoon for his Thursday press meeting. So
okay.
I'm gonna fucking show this to you guys right now. All right, this is official word from Tony Khan, the head of All Elite Wrestling. I guess some people are fucking watching, so here I guess we have his statement. Let me pull it up on the screen. All
Glad
right.
to hear, I guess.
Headline reads, "Not gonna comment on that. It doesn't serve me."
Oh, God.
Oh, you.
Oh, Wancho, you had me scared. I'm just like, oh, shit, wait, we're getting flagged by AEW?
God, I wish.
Angel's so bored, he actually wants real controversy.
I want violence.
I would like some violence, but god damn it. No, of course this guy would never fucking own up to it. He would never actually fucking comment on any of the situations. He won't actually fucking address the problems because he thinks that everyone there working in his company is there to be his bestest buddy in the whole wide world. And if they're not being nice, that means that they're being bad friends.
What are you expecting of a man with no cojones, Juan?
Rather than actually, being a promoter and actually, making hard decisions, like the fact that Tony Khan has these provisions in place, having wrestlers work Wednesday nights and wrestlers who don't get along work Saturday nights, like this, like everything along with this mess, this sounds like a huge time bomb that's ready to go off.
It is. It feels like just a long combination of bad management decisions coming together into the worst possible management decision, which is just Tony Khan continues to screw everything up. Rinse and repeat. Forever and ever.
No, I am not fucking, I cannot abide by that fucking logic. I can't. I'm sorry. I guess it's called, my standards are too fucking high. I don't know.
Yes.
Is it wrong to have good standards on how people ought to be fucking behaving in regards to how they're fucking running a company?
Only if he makes the number go down.
Fucking God.
Like, dude, like Tony Khan, like we're not asking Tony Khan to be Vince McMahon and just be a total asshole to everybody.
We're asking him to hold his fucking wrestlers accountable. God damn it. God almighty, like, why do you think I pick on Tony Khan so shamelessly, so relentlessly, so upfront and and forwardly to this guy's fucking face? If Tony
Not just
Khan,
for comedy, not just for comedy material.
it's not just for fucking comedy. It's not just for fucking comedy. I am wholeheartedly convinced that because this fucking guy was doing this shit when he was doing fantasy booking while he was in college, rather than, I don't know, getting laid maybe, considering that he's the son of a multi-billionaire and he's running the Jacksonville Jaguars along with his father.
You don't expect a son of a multimillionaire to have any responsibility or sense of connection to other people, do you?
I do expect him to know how to
feel. You are not naive, Juan.
I do expect him to behave like someone who's gotten his dick wet once, because if he would, then maybe he wouldn't be so goddamn hyperfixated like a child being given their first smartphone, and actually so like hyper-adrenalized by that when you take it away from them to put it to charge, they actually throw a tantrum.
No, that's exactly what you're getting.
No, this fucking guy, this booger sugar daddy, Tony goddamn Khan, the coked out dweeb, motherfucking doesn't know how to fucking run his business. He's letting the inmates run the asylum. Also, hey, up there, Gene Rick, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Blackfiles. My God.
What's up, Angel?
This is a theme park for him. This is not a business. You know that, right?
I know. That's the worst part. The fact that this guy's already born loaded and he's already got money to burn, he could let this shit happen for the rest of his life and it won't matter to him, because apparently making money enough for this company to be successful is not a priority for this guy.
I love it when common sense becomes an optional objective in the main mission.
Right? It's like when you're playing Mass Effect, you got Renegade or Paragon, right? No. There's a third option, which just dickhead. No, dumbass. I don't know what the fucking symbol of that would be, but I'm pretty sure it would be puke green.
Ew, please don't say that. We just ate dinner.
Puke green.
Disgusting.
Exactly.
But understand it.
The point is, I couldn't talk about this shit until I'm green in the gills, until I'm green in the face, until the cows come home. The fact of the matter is, I'm just an internet asshole. Jose is just an internet asshole. Angel is just an internet asshole. We're giving our thoughts. We're giving our opinions on this stuff. We're presenting you guys with as much information as we're able to collect from what the public has been given, brought to you by sources that have both been solidified and debunked live in front of you guys. And we're trying to figure out what the fuck is this idiot snorting and where can we get some?
It's rich people crack. It's special.
God. Billionaire cocaine must be fucking ridiculously good.
It's the same stuff that Elon Musk takes whenever he decides to make a business decision.
No, Elon Musk takes it and he mixes it in with saline, and then he puts himself in through a catheter.
Crushed emeralds.
Oh yeah, that too. He mixes he mixes his coke up with saline and crushed emerald dust, and then he mixes it into himself through a freaking catheter.
You notice that? You remember how Queen Cleopatra was famous for dissolving pearls in vinegar and then drinking that stuff? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Fucking metal.
Very fucking metal indeed. Now, of course, let's not forget. Like this. Let's make this clear, Juancho. Like, yeah, Tony Khan, he definitely deserves to be knocked down a few pegs. Well, more than a few pegs. But, he's not a super horrible business person. Like, he's obviously a numbers guy, okay? He goes by the numbers when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to ratings and shit. And to his credit, he's done some good for AEW.
Name 3 things.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Without Tony Khan, who exactly could the founders of AEW, including Cody Rhodes, who's currently in WWE right now, who else could they turn to start a wrestling promotion? They certainly can't do it by themselves.
That was actually the entire idea behind the original All In event, that they were going to do it themselves, Jose. The fact that Tony Khan is a money mark doesn't mean he's a good person.
Yeah, that just means he's only as good as his wallet.
You have 2 more tries. Come on.
Okay. What about the original stars that AEW has created? Like, investments are starting to pay off.
Like who?
Did he bronze himself?
The AEW World Champion MJF.
MJF was already being scouted by the WWE before this came up.
Okay, what about one of their homegrown tag team champions? I mean, tag teams, the Acclaimed.
Given them 3 more years, they would have been the same way.
All right. You don't want to give any.
You're trying to do homegrown talent. The fact of the matter is, yes, they're given a bigger platform, but that doesn't mean that it's just done because of purely the goodness of Tony Khan's heart. He looks at people. He looks at professional wrestlers like action figures. These guys look cool. These guys look great. I'll bring them in. For every MJF that you have freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Okay. Fair point.
I'm waiting.
No, Juancho, I'm pretty much done.
The thumb is up, Jose.
Juan, stop. I'm not
trying here.
Just say thank you, Jose.
Wait, what?
The thumb is up.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It means the line is going down.
After mentioning freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, thank you.
There you go. Fucking stick with the gimmick, man. All right, you have 1 more try. You have 1 more.
No, I think we're done. I think we're good, Juan.
No, Will Morris is over here trying to help you out over here. He's saying even if they were going to start a promotion, it doesn't mean that they could have gotten to where they are now, which is on 2 networks. Hashtag Jose is right. The fun fact is that Tony Khan got those inroads thanks to the fact that he's owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's not really so much of something that makes him a good person. That just means he's connected. I'm counting
he's
that
as good as his wallet.
Also, Toy Slasher's in the chat. Hey up, Toy Slasher. Welcome to the chat.
Hello, Toy Slasher. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I'm counting Jose's Carisi's got to go to bed. Good night, Carisi. Have a good night. Thank you for being part of the show. I'm counting Will Morris on trying to put up the 2 networks of TNT and TBS. I'm counting that as your 3rd, Jose.
Oh my God, whatever, yeah.
Well, in case is, aside from the money he's bringing to the occasion, it feels like Tony Khan is not doing nearly as much as he could have as a proper entertainer. The man doesn't seem to have the presence, the power to drive the crowds, as they say. And when you combine that with his questionable business decisions and the way that even his own workers don't seem to respect him, it does not paint a good picture, which makes it all the more impressive that this match went so well that it got them more views, more fame, and more renown than any WWE match in the last 20 or so years. That alone confirms that Tony Khan did have the right idea with spearheading the AEW, because we see it here. There is potential. The right combination of factors could turn the AEW into a juggernaut of entertainment business. The right time, the right place, the right matches, the right star, all of it could come together to create something unstoppable, something that could truly be the rival that dethrones the once unstoppable WWE. Well, you got to have good management to have the business running properly. And look at this. We got your main star getting into fights with the newbie because the newbie doesn't have the balls to respect the old blood. Like, come on, man. Something's got to give, and somebody needs to start fixing the paperwork properly because, goddamn.
It's a goddamn nightmare, man.
It's a godless mess, as one likes to ever so carefully exploit.
Right. Also, I can't believe it. Planet Q's Queen has been in the chat. How you doing over here? She's voting for mutiny. I don't know what that means, but we're not mutinying today. Sorry, guys. I appreciate it.
No, I think she's talking about mutiny in AEW.
I mean, at this point, that could be a good idea.
Oh, God damn it. That would be hilarious. Will Morris is also saying you need connections. The boss doesn't have to be a good person. Most of them aren't. Yeah, and Vicente Guerrero is like, WWE scouting MJF is a minor point. He would have been a jobber more likely, not the star that Maxwell is right now. Okay, that's possible, but like I said, with the presence that MJF has got over here, you're probably right. But the fact that he was already being scouted shows that that the WWE did already have some sort of interest in the boy, and the fact that one of his little gimmicks is that he's planning on having both AEW and WWE bid on him when his contract expires at the end of next year, right? The bidding war of 2024, as he's calling it. The fact that he's weaving that into his gimmicks and all that, that just goes to show that he knows his worth. Yeah, but I digress, guys. What do we fucking do? We can't do anything but stare at the freaking trash fire, can we?
For
we
the
can
time
only
being,
watch it burn.
For the time being, that's all we can do.
Oh my god, guys. I wish there was a better answer for that. Yeah, no, this story is going to continue unfolding. I bet you right now there's already 9 other reports coming out that, I don't know, freaking CM Punk's dog Larry got involved in the fight as well somehow. So they're fucking going to throw that in somehow to demonize the dog. I don't fucking know.
I would not be surprised. This would not be the first time they have done it. Remember, you cannot trust the press most of the time. They care only about the scandal because controversy is wine and drama is bread. Bread and wine, baby.
Bread and circus.
Controversy.
And what a circus this turned out to be. Though, unfortunately, we're getting close to midnight, gentlemen. So this is the part where I gotta go and call it a day. Work will not wait for me.
Of course, Angel, I need to ask. Do we know for a fact whether or not we can actually have you this week for Los Amigos Play, please?
You will, in fact, have me this week for Los Amigos Play. That's right, folks. First off, my sincerest apologies to our beloved viewers and listeners. But due to a combination of me moving to a new place and me moving to a new place and the sheer amount of work that comes with me moving to a new place has resulted in me not being present for the last 2 weeks due to the sheer amount of crap I had to do. Once again, my thanks to the boys here for helping me get through the worst of it. It has been a pain and a half, but now I have my own place. And alongside the new responsibilities that come with it, I may have less time in my week, but I will never not have enough time to be there every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Los Amigos Play. For it is about damn time that we resume playing Asura's Wrath, a.k.a. the man that can save his daughter and beat up Goku.
With the power of Mad.
With the power of Dad Mad. Madad.
Madad. There we go.
Exactly. And once again, it has been a joy and a pleasure to join you guys today. I hope that we can see each other again once more when we properly enjoy the company, the time, and whatever idiotic shenanigans flow through the land of pop culture news this time. Thank you kindly.
Angel, your final thoughts on this whole situation with CM Punk and AEW?
I am wholeheartedly on CM Punk's side here. This should be a non-issue. We had a very simple case of, dude, show respect to the elders. They know what they're doing. Oh, you start shit, you get hit. Honestly, only one person should have gotten suspended, and he shouldn't have been the guy with the arm bandages. I'm just saying.
You mean Jungle Boy?
Exactly. He started shit. He deserved to get hit. The end.
All right. Yep, that's fair enough, man. All right, let me go ahead and leave you to it, Angel. I hope you have yourself a good night. We'll see you Saturday, okay, man?
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you kindly for your time and your patience.
All right.
Take good care, y'all. See you later.
See you later.
All right. Have a good night, man.
So that was Angel. And Jose, since we are wrapping up over here, let's go ahead and get your final thoughts as well.
All right. So, here's the thing. Final thoughts. First of all, this is a topic that's not going to get old anytime soon. I think the fans on social media are going to keep talking about CM Punk as long as he's the focal point of conversation when it comes to AEW and the controversy. It seems like controversy seems to follow CM Punk no matter where he goes, whether it's WWE or AEW. And it's like I said, it's the frequency of how quickly these incidents happen gets disturbing. And I'm at the point where it's getting a little tiresome because I'm getting tired of reading about what other backstage crap happens in AEW, because it's always something happening in AEW, and millions of people on Twitter debating if this is a stunt that benefits no one, or if this is reality that benefits no one.
Either way, this is benefiting no one.
Yeah, no one. That being said, CM Punk is definitely in the right and standing his ground, and Jack Perry deserves all the fucking crap that's going to come to him, because like, going back to our earlier point, man, like CM Punk, he's the veteran between the two. Like, if he's telling you don't do this, there is a reason why you don't do this.
And he even takes the time to spell out the reason. Like, dude, number one, don't be stupid. We don't do this shit on Saturday nights. It's not necessary. If you want to do something like this, save it for a big event and be smart about it. Come on, don't be stupid. Yeah.
Exactly. We're already coming up to 1 whole year since the Brawl out, and AEW, for the most part, has done their job in like repairing their public image since the incident happened. But now this is another giant setback, and hopefully in the immediate future AEW will get things harmonious again with the roster.
It hasn't been a matter of harmony in a while, Jose. You have to remember the fact that they created AEW Collision and they've literally split their roster between folks who are okay with doing the goofy wrestling with the Elite, with the Young Bucks, and the folks who actually want to do professional wrestling with CM Punk and with FTR over on Collision.
Oh, no, you make a good point, and it goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's a time bomb that's waiting to go off.
And
like that's like putting a piece of chewed gum to try and plug a leak of chewed gum.
It's a bad gimmick. It's a bad idea, and I cannot fucking stand it. I literally can't.
Yeah, I know, and it's really sad, and it's really bad, because they're coming off from a very successful pay-per-view weekend. Holy shit, they topped the WWE in attendance. Who else can fucking say that?
I know, it's incredible, right? But
Jesus, man,
go fucking figure. Like, somebody's gonna piss in the milk. I guess I don't know. Piss in the bowl of cereal here. Green.
Yeah, no. I know.
Hi there. Welcome to the Blackfiles. Welcome to over here. We're starting to wrap up. Actually, sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and as for Tony Khan himself, like, how many more incidents is it going to take for him to finally put his foot down and actually, act like an actual promoter, act like an actual boss? Like I said, I'm not asking him to act as fucking mean and vicious as Vince McMahon, but he needs to start showing a backbone instead of letting these guys do what they want and letting this shit leak out to the public.
Moreover, to the point that he needs to show, like, listen, at the end of the day, you guys work for me. We're not best buddies. I am your boss. I am the person paying you to make me money by performing professional wrestling in front of these tens of thousands of people who paid money to come watch you. If you have a problem, either settle it and either grow the fuck up and settle it outside in the ring where you can make me money, or grow the fuck up and be professionals backstage over here and fucking deal with it. You don't gotta be best friends with everybody, but you do have to be professionals. Green Eyed Dragon has actually been watching the whole time. Oh, they've been lurking, have they? Ha! Nice, awesome. And Accused Queen was saying this is part of the way that WCW went under in the early 2000s. Yeah, it feels almost as if Tony Khan is doing a speed run on how quickly he can crash a wrestling promotion.
Yeah, letting all the inmates run the asylum and giving some of the rest, like, well, I held myself back from saying that, because we really don't know if Tony Khan has promised any type of reasonable creative control for some of the wrestlers in AEW.
Oh God, Jose, the way Tony Khan runs this stuff, you better believe that he gave everyone creative control. That's why none of the matches and none of the storylines make sense. God
Yeah.
damn it.
All right. So yeah, that's
Sorry, Jose. Vicente made another joke over here. Like for a guy who got beat twice in MMA fights, Punk fights lots backstage, right? Fuck.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And so yeah, those are my final thoughts. And and now to hype people up for tomorrow night's edition of
Yes,
Wrestle
please.
Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Twitch. We got ourselves a loaded
YouTube
show.
and Kick.
YouTube and Kick, thank you. We got ourselves a loaded show, along with the wrestling reviews of this week's WWE NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. We will be discussing two pay-per-view wrestling matches, main event matches. One main event match is from AEW's All In London, MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Title, and the second is from another pay-per-view event that happened on the same day, Impact Wrestling's Emergence, Round 2. Trinity versus Deonna Purrazzo for the Impact Knockouts World Title.
Excellent, Jose. All right, so we've got a loaded show. We'll try to get through it as best as possible. I'm going to let you go ahead and leave you to it, Jose. You have yourself a good night. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Absolutely. Folks, y'all have a good night. Please remember that at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Be responsible of where you get your news from. And please, oh, please remember, violence does not solve anything. Do not pick a fight with anybody backstage.
Thank the fuck out of you. All right. Good night, Jose. Have a good one.
All right. Good night.
That was Jose Casabona, folks. All right. And that is, as they say, that. All right. So, as far as my final thoughts over here, I'm actually going to check out the chat first. Yeah. If Tony tells his guys, I'm paying you to professional wrestle, say goodbye to the Young Bucks in the ring. Okay. Bye, Young Bucks. Nice knowing ya. Fucking hell, I will have cable back so I can finally watch Raw tomorrow night. LOL, says Planet Q's Queen. Well, Raw is on Monday nights. It's Monday Night Raw. But I know what you mean over here. Yeah, and Will Morris also said WCW was always poorly managed, but if they had a billionaire owner who was attached to it, they would have never closed. You're right. Possible. And even there was this point where Eric Bischoff was trying to put together a consortium where he was going to actually have financing to keep the company, but the fact that TNT and Turner Broadcasting didn't want to keep WCW programming on TV, that made the property of WCW worthless at that point. So imagine that. Imagine if AEW lost their sugar daddies in Turner Network Television and Turner Broadcast Station. It would be fucking terrifying, man. For the record, I say this shit, I talk all this shit about All Elite Wrestling because I want it to be better. I don't just shit on things for the sake of shitting on things. It's fun to shit on things for the sake of shitting on them, but it's not why I do it primarily, especially not when it comes to something that I'm as passionate about, that Jose is as passionate about, and even Angel can have some passion over as professional wrestling, because we enjoy it, because it was fun, because it's something that we want to see be improved, be evolving, continuing to change with the times in ways that make logical sense, in ways that actually help propel the status of the programming, the status of the sport, the status of the art forward. We want people to understand, hey, I don't gotta like you to work with you. But if we're gonna work together, I'm gonna sort out some shit that we got problems with. Let's talk about it like men. Let's actually talk. Don't try any bullshit. Don't try to big dog me. And let's work this shit out. Apparently, nobody can fucking do that. Apparently not. Not in AEW, at least. Oh, I will have cable. Oh yeah. No cable. It was Eric, Bischoff, Nash, Sting, and Goldberg. They were all trying. Maybe it would have been terrifying 20 years ago, but now with streaming, there are now options that weren't present when WCW was on the chopping block. You're right about that, Will. Because, if I'm not mistaken, what's his face? Tony Goddamn Khan put up Ring of Honor to stream on Max. Because that's such a wonderful platform right now. Like, they had their name change on HBO Max, now they're just Max. Lord in heaven. I wish to God that there was a better answer, but I want I just want the shit to be good, and I want it to be better than it is now because I enjoy it, because I love it, and because I'm a fan. I know that there are professional wrestlers who feel the same way. They behave the same way. They want to try to make shit better. But everyone has a different definition of what would make it better. Just don't be stupid with each other. Be thoughtful. Be reasonable. Don't try to big dog anybody because you think you know hot shit or because you're connected with the EVPs or whatever the fuck. If someone's coming at you from a place of experience, it would do you well to open your ears and close your fucking mouth. Apparently, some motherfuckers can't do that. And CM Punk, notoriously having a hairpin trigger on him, let that get the best of him. I don't like that, but that's not for me to like. He's that kind of man. He's very passionate about the shit that he says and does. And if he's got to throw down to defend what he believes in, I respect that. And I hope to God that I can find a way to respect Tony Khan in a better way. Slayer Selections in the chat. Hey, hello, sorry, I just woke up. You're okay, Slayer Selections. We're wrapping up right now. And I wish to God that I could just recap everything, but we're out of time over here. Out of time as if I actually give myself a time limit. No, but like you can catch us on the replay over here, buddy. Thank you for being on the YouTube stream here tonight. The big God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, says Judge Judy. You're right, Planet Q's Queen. You're absolutely right about that. And as this situation, the new Brawl In, because we had our Brawl out last year, so of course we've got a Brawl In, because why the fuck not? The situation is fluid, it is changing, it is developing, and we will do our best to keep you all posted, giving you the best sourcing that we can, giving you our take on the stories, and of course we'll continue delving into the darkened heart of nerd and pop culture on this program, the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock, Theblackfiles, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Kick.com/The Ravens Flock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Blackfiles, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona and Angel Mendez, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Blackfiles, and we